Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and we're taking a look at Riverland footy now. A very exciting round last weekend. Ben Venning's on the line with me to tell us more. How you going, Beaver?
Good, mate. How are you?
Going very well, thank you. Very, very eager to hear about what happened last weekend. We'll start out with Waikerie going down to Renmark in what looked like a very thrilling game. Renmark 9-3-57 to Waikerie 7-7-49. More scoring shots for the Pies, but just couldn't put enough through the big sticks.
Yeah, unfortunately one of those days where kicking straight would have helped a little bit here, but yeah, in saying that, I mean, Waikerie did only have two more scoring shots, but that start that Renmark got was probably the nail in the coffin early when they got away to a 4-goal one, quarter-time start to 1 goal to Waikerie. And, always hard to come back when you're 3 or 4 goal down at quarter times. But a great effort by the boys. Not sure if they had many out or not. I know Waikerie had a couple out, which they get back this week, which is nice. But, Renmark too good, and they sit in second on the ladder. And, you look for their team, and, if they didn't have the Wolford boys, might have won. Matty Wolford, best player, Jared Rose second, Tim and Dan Wolford third and fourth. Good old Trevor Falk still in there. He must be 39 now, so he's still playing good footy. He was fifth, and Ricky Garrett, he's not quite as old as Trevor. He's been in his 20s. He got sixth best. So for Waikerie, Cade Hilton's having a great year for us. He was named our best again, just having a wonderful year. And, for a 19-year-old to come in and, it's probably going to go close to winning our best and fairest. It's a great effort by Cade, and loves to kick a goal too. So played in the Eastern Zone last week as well, or the week before, sorry. And, he's great footballer. Benny Smith, he's having a good year since coming back from injury. Zach Steele down back did his best at fullback. Same with Tommy Sheldon across halfback. Sammy Chambers and Tristan Geeman are other better players. So, good win by Renmark. Waikerie around the mark, couldn't quite get there, but it just shows that on their day, they could take it up to Renmark and beat them, which, come finals time is going to be important.
Absolutely. Certainly around the mark are the Pies, and not a bad effort with a couple of players down, but just too good on the day were Renmark. And like you said, a bit of a family affair there in Renmark. So often we see that in country footy where there's 3 or 4 of the same surname, all in the best players just dominating for one team. So good win there for Renmark. And I'm very intrigued by this result. Berri, they're on the board. First win of the year, 8-4-52. An absolute thriller over Loxton North, 7-9-51. They came hard in the fourth quarter, gradually pegged the lead back all throughout the match, but Berri just too good and just able to hold on.
Yeah, look, we sort of picked this a little bit where we're saying, Berri, if they're going to have a chance of even win, it's probably going to be this weekend against North, and they've definitely improved. I mean, when we played them, we played them a few weeks ago, they haven't been as bad as they've been in the past, and, some of the young ones coming through, and, guys like Krieger back in, after being in Adelaide for a while, and just, giving that extra strength around the ball. And, for them to get a win on the weekends, fantastic for their club, and it's been a long year for them so far, and last year obviously wasn't a great year either, so just gives them a little bit of confidence, to finish the rest of the season out and try and look forward to next year and get better. But, well done to them. So Rory Moroney was their best. Andre in the ruck, he was fantastic. Brad Rosenzweig had a good game. Evan Penaluna, Jordan Marr and Daniel Greer, they're other better players. Goal kickers for Berri, Patrick Menchella with 2, Moroney, Kruger, Woolston and Foles with 1, and Angus Damon with 2 as well. Loxton North, unfortunately not the result they wanted, but I know they're struggling a little bit number-wise as well, a few injuries. Masada Caso, he had a great game. He was only under 18s last year. He's a real solid, 18, 19-year-old and having a good year and playing mainly in the midfield for them, so that's great effort from him. Zach Waldridge, he kicked 3 and got their second best. He's probably been their main goal kicker all year when Ryan Proud's not playing, and gives them something to kick to up forward. Vumart in there again, probably leading their best and fairest, playing a great year down back. Joel Worsford always tries his best. Got Alex Kudra back in, that's a handy in for them. He's been overseas. Matty Hampel in the ruck did his best, but not to be for them. Akaso, Kudra, Proud, Justin Proud that is, Jonah Warner, Waldridge kicked 1, and like I said, Zach Waldridge 3. So great win by Berri, and they'll still be bottom of the ladder, but a little bit of confidence out of that going into this weekend.
2 games that we've recapped so far and 2 pretty thrilling results. Why not make it 3 from 3? Barmera Monash went down. Loxton beating them 10-11-71 to 3-11-29. They didn't have the kicking boots on, Barmera Monash.
No, they didn't, and they, Jack Albrecht, who's been playing for them all year and works for me, he filled in a bit during the week, and basically got about 8 players out of the A grade at the moment. So certainly not their best side out there playing, but end of the day, you've got to put your best side out there, what you've got to pick, and come up against Loxton, who are obviously up and about and had a great win, and well done to Loxton. Won quite easily in the end. Braden DePrince was their best. Caden Evans, Shay Lange, Jesse Will, Brodie Rollins, and Bailey Bowgen. For Barmera, John O'Beach, obviously, star recruit for them this year. Local boy, of course, played for Westies. He was their best. Saxton Mitchell, Luke Thomas down back, Jamison Whitbourne, only a young fella still able to play under 18s. Benny Drugamuller and Sam Butterworth, their better players. Goal kickers for Loxton, Tristan Jackson kicked 1, Rogan Kennedy 2. Braden DePrince 1, Luke Harder 2, Caden Evans 3, and Nathan Flight 1. For Barmera, John O'Beach, of course, kicked 2, probably leading the goal kicking still, and Jack Austin 1. So, surprise result, but I guess when you got 8 of your best players out of your side, it's going to hurt any team, and clearly they're having to Barmera on the weekend. So their run of winning games in a row ends, and Loxton get on the board and, make this weekend's game against Waikerie very interesting.
Well, I'm sure they'll be better for the loss and better for getting some experience into some of those B graders. You never know who you're going to need to call upon come finals time. And after those 3 results, the ladder is looking very interesting now. Barmera Monash just 1 game clear on top now of Renmark, and Renmark with the superior percentage, so certainly a watch this space there. And with Loxton winning against Barmera Monash and Waikerie going down to Renmark, they're both at 6-6 now, but Waikerie ahead on percentage. So it's a very tight top 4 there, Beaver.
It certainly is, mate. And like I just mentioned, this weekend, Waikerie are playing Loxton, and it just makes it real important, who wants to try and finish on that third and just get that up, going into finals. So, should be an interesting game this weekend. It's at Waikerie, so obviously, bit of home ground advantage there for us. We get a couple of blokes back in, Gus Levick back in, so he's huge in for us. He unfortunately got concussion a few weeks ago, so as per protocol, we had to have 21 days off. Lukey Exton's back in this week as well after an injury, so he'll slide back in that back pocket. For us, Jack Berger's been great across centre forward for us, so hopefully he can continue that form. Brad Berger in the ruck up against the Prince will be an interesting battle. Kate Hilton's having a fantastic year. We've got a pretty good side out there this weekend, so I don't think there'll be any excuses. Loxton's 2, Carl Smith down back's been good for them. Brodie Rollins across half-back's been good. Jesse Will in the midfield. Got Adam Proud back in. I haven't seen him for a while, actually, Adam Proud. So he's come back, obviously, to play for him. And he's a big boy. Will take some grabs, no doubt. Luke Harder at full forward will be hard to stop. So still have his hands full. So, should be an interesting game. But going into it, home ground, I'm just hoping Waikerie can get up and keep that first spot alive. And, who knows, they have a good run going on and Renmark lose a few. They could have a crack at the second spot, but unlikely. But, definitely want to try and finish third and have a win this weekend.
No doubt it's going to be a very rowdy crowd there at Waikerie tomorrow. Huge game, third spot on the line there tomorrow between Waikerie and Loxton. Barmera Monash are going to be very, very keen to get back on the winners list against Berri. It's the Fisher Cup in a Barmera Monash home game, but I'm sure Berri are going to be fired up as well to try and get 2 on the trot.
Yeah, absolutely. No, look, that's what they'll be going out there to do for sure. And, these 2 sides, obviously a bit of rivalry between them. Like a lot of the boys playing used to go to school with each other at Monash there. So they always have a ding-dong battle, and I'm sure this weekend will be no different. And saying that, though, Barmera Monash is a great side. They'll bounce back from next week. They'll get a couple of players back in. Chris Bonney across half forward. Mason Middleton in the ruck, no doubt will give them first use. Benny Drugamuller had a good game last week. Jake Smith's back playing now, returned from injury. Matty Wilden back in the side as well. So some of their key players over the years are back in this weekend. Sam Butterworth having a great year for them across half-back. So, Berri, obviously Hugo Krieger down back will have a big game, trying to stop their Mason or Chris Bonney when they go forward. Holfman across half-back's been good for them. Wolfson in the midfield. Minchella's been kicking some goals. Hopefully he can do that for them this weekend. But, look, I think going on the year so far, and Barmera sitting on top for a reason, and as much as Berri will get some confidence from last week, I think Barmera will be too good and have a win at home.
Lucky last game of the round. Loxton North hosting Renmark. They've played them twice this year, haven't beaten them yet, and I reckon this is probably going to be another Renmark win going on the road.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. Look, they get Scotty Lewis back in this week, Loxton North, so he'll be a handy in. I see they've named it at full forward, so if he can get the ball within 50 or 60, he'll bang it through. He's got a great left foot. Big handful in the ruck. come up against Gartree, the state country ruckman, so that'll be a good duel, both big boys. But look, I mean, you look at the Wolfords, who are in great form, obviously in the best players every week. Trevor Thorpe, at 39, still running around, playing some good footy. I think Renmark will have too much in the tank and should have an easy win over Loxton North. Just quickly as well, actually, before I forget, just want to make mention to my business partner, Mackenzie Hall. So Macca gets his first game for Loxton North this weekend. Macca's only 17, I believe. So Paul Hall, my business partner, his lad's playing his first A-grade game for Loxton North this weekend. So I wish him all the best.
All right, all the best, Macca. Always good to get a young fella debuting. I'm sure he's got a bright future ahead of him. Good on you, Beaver. Enjoy the weekend. Good luck to everyone playing in Riverland footy this weekend. Huge round ahead. Looking forward to getting a recap of it next Friday.
Chat next week, Dan. See you, mate.